College football season is over, but NFL draft prospects are looking to improve their draft stock at all-star games across the country, including the East-West Shrine Game, the game we're talking about right now, with the running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends up for this video. Ray Graham from Pitt starts us off. A huge freshman year, especially at the beginning of that season, jumped out of the gates very quickly. A smaller back, but does have good burst and explosion, and does see the field quite well. Projects probably as more of a third down type back at the next level, but he can certainly contribute as a four-year starter. He tore his ACL his junior year, got into some problems off the field his senior year, but expect him to be probably 15, 20, somewhere in that range for the running backs. Next up, Montel Harris, another very productive back during his college career. Started out at Boston College, where he became really a star for the Eagles and was really a workhorse. Physically, not ideal size, but can shoulder the load, is quite durable. Got into some problems with Frank Spaziani and the Boston College staff, ended up transferring to Temple, but had a very good season for the Owls in 2012. A little bit smaller, maybe not as strong between the tackles, but he can get to the edge quickly and does see the field quite well. A good dancer, and I mean that in the most positive ways. So Montel Harris, certainly not a first or second day pick, perhaps, but looking at the third day is not a terrible thing for Montel Harris. Had a huge game against Army, so he's capable of those big plays. Out wide at the wide receiver position, we have Emory Blake from Auburn, somebody we don't know a ton about, even though we've seen a lot of him, mainly because the Auburn offense has been so bad. It's been that bad these past couple of years, but he does control his body quite well while the ball is in midair. Doesn't have that elite quickness and burst that you'd like to see from a receiver, but does have moves in the open field and was Cam Newton's favorite target in the red zone a couple of years ago. So there is experience. There's a lot to like about Emory Blake. He's just undervalued right now because of the offense that he was in on the Plains these past couple of seasons. And finally, the tight end from Westwood, Joseh Fauria, UCLA Bruin. The height is a huge thing, gets a lot of people's attention with how good he was in the red zone. He had touchdowns in 10 of 14 of UCLA's games this season, but that height does also hurt him in the blocking game. That's a concern. The past couple of years before 2012, he was a little bit raw, just running routes and being an all-field threat, but he poses certainly a big target in the red zone. A lot of people are going to look at him on the next level in that sort of role. Doesn't have the elite speed that we've seen from big tight end prospects of years past. You think about Jimmy Graham. The athleticism probably isn't there for Joseh Fauria, but he is an attractive prospect nonetheless. So let us know who can improve their draft prospects at this All-Star game and the other ones in the comments below. We will see you soon. Keep checking back to SB Nation.